Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to install a jet kit into your typical CV style carburetor or even a slide style carburetor. It's pretty much the same thing, you just got to have some common sense and common knowledge of how they work. So if you get a jet kit from DynoJet, or this one is a Six Sigma, which they're off eBay, it's going to come with an assortment of main jets, which are all right here. You see we got a 142.5, a 147.5, a 142.5, and a 152.5. So we got leanest, richest. The stock jets in this carburetor are 132.5 main and 42.5 pilots. So jumping up to a 152.5 will make quite a difference, which you actually do need to jet that drastically when you're changing to a pod filter and an open exhaust like this. This jet kit also comes with this tiny little drill bit, which is used to modify the slide, and it comes with this drill bit and this screw to remove the cap that's covering the air screw. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to loosen your drain screw and get all of that gas out of there. You don't have to if you want to make a mess on your desk, but if you don't, then take that out and drain it. Then you want to loosen your float bowl screws, which are this, and this. And you want to be very careful and apply firm pressure as you're loosening them, because they are old and they will strip. If you can't get them out, you can put a pair of vice grips on the edges of the screw and loosen it, and then take out the rest of it with a screwdriver. We have the float bowl off, and we have our main jet. Our pilot jet is under this black plug, deep down inside of there. You have to use a flathead to take it out, and be very careful because they can strip and you'll never get that thing out of there without a drill bit. You have your float and your needle valve, or your float needle, whatever you want to call it. When you have your carburetor apart, you need to make sure that your float level is set correctly. And also, this is how you obviously change your jets. You just take this out with the flathead. If your jet kit came with pilots, you can change out your pilot jet too. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and I'm going to start off by installing the 147.5, because this is a 140 in it at the moment and it's still way too lean. So okay, so this is with the 152.5 main jet installed. I opted for that instead because I really don't want to have to take it back out again, and I know that that will be fine. So that's what I decided to use. It really is that easy to change these. You just remove it with the flathead screwdriver and put the new one right in. If yours came with a pilot jet, install that one too, and put your float bowl back on. Now you're going to be using your drill bit and your screw to take out the cap that covers your air screw. Mine was already removed, so I didn't have to use it. As you can see, it's very easy to damage these screws. You can see it's all boogered up in there. So be very careful while you're doing this. In my instructions, it says to turn it 3 turns out, which will make it richer. The more you turn this screw in, the leaner that it gets, and the more you turn it out, the richer that it gets. This does not have to be set perfect, because you can adjust it while it's on the bike until it runs good. Next, we're going to drill out the slide. So take off these 4 screws holding on your diaphragm cover. Once you have the diaphragm and slide pulled out, inspect this rubber diaphragm very carefully for any pinholes, nicks, tears, because even the smallest little hole will cause your bike to run terribly. If you have any holes in it, gently apply a layer of RTV silicone, a very small amount, to cover that hole. Also, Many jet kits come with washers to space your needle up, which will make your bike run richer. In order to do that, you need snap ring pliers that can fit into your slide to remove that snap ring, and you stick the washers under the needle clip. If your needle clip is adjustable, you don't need washers. If your jet kit came with a little tiny drill bit like this for your slide, make the hole right here. This is the carburetor back on the bike. You need to be very sure that this rubber intake boot right here is not leaking. This can be checked by when the bike is running, spray carb cleaner on it, and the bike will either bog out or it'll rev up, which means there's a leak. It should do nothing. Also, if your bike has a heavy slide, when you had the slide out, you can cut coils off the spring to increase your throttle response. And after you follow all of your instructions on your jet kit and everything, that's pretty much all there is. It should come with multiple jets if you're still running too lean or if you're too rich, to adjust your settings to get it to exactly what you want it to be at. And it's pretty much all it is. It's very simple, very basic, very beginner friendly.